I know it's a lot, but we're going to go ahead and help you absorb it all. So we're back to our key recommendations. As I mentioned before, this PowerPoint slide presentation will be up on ULI's website. I know everybody's it's up now. It's up now. ULI.org. And so I know everybody wants to dig into it. I'm going to run through some of the key recommendations, and then we'll dive into some questions and answers. Okay? So key recommendations. One, you need to establish your Tri-City brand. You need to identify those things that differentiate your community, build upon that, build upon your uniqueness, and let's go forward. You need to position the Tri-City area as a marine servicing hub. I think John did a good job on describing some of those industries that are out there. I believe that there are a number of entrepreneurs out here that are doing things that the broader community doesn't know about. Recognizing that they, as an entrepreneur, have taken what they were given and have pivoted and found new opportunities and new customers to leverage off of. Third, focusing on ecotourism, hunting, and fishing. I will tell you, just like you are here, you see, you live here, you take stuff for granted. I grew up in South Florida. I was 15 minutes from the beach. I took it for granted. Once I moved to the big city, I have to drive 7 hours to get to a beach like the one I used to live near. So please don't take it for granted. Make sure that you realize that there are other people looking for what you have right here in your backyard. Grow and support your existing businesses. We've touched on this several times. We don't believe that there's one big white elephant out there. You need to support the people that are here, who are out there doing the day in, day out, bringing in those dollars in so that they can help to bring in more dollars. Understand your social, economic, and environmental vulnerabilities. Know your weaknesses, be cognizant of them, and then therefore you know how to spend your resources to help shore those up. We need to make sure that everybody here realizes that you have a levee system that separates you from the rest of the country. But you've got to fill in that last piece. I think you need to come together, fill that in so that you can promote this area as a safe haven that a lot of other people on the Gulf can't do. Support the consolidation of taxing entities whenever and wherever possible. You know, there's probably a lot of duplication that's going on here. We encourage you to sit down, have the hard conversations such that together the whole broader community can expand. We want you to encourage the renovation and reuse of a lot of underutilized properties. One of the things that we as a nation have gotten into is this whole throwaway society. You know, there are a lot of opportunities sitting right here in your existing grid that you don't need to spend public resources to go out into new areas and spend for infrastructure where you have it already. You need to adopt the land use plan. That plan was a very great plan. We looked at that. That was in our briefing book. And I think we all were very surprised that communities of this size had that kind of tool already. Enforce the existing code. You need to take pride in your community. As visitors coming in, you know, we were surprised. We're here in the South. You know, when you invite somebody over, you clean up, right? So we expect you as a broader community to do the same thing. Improve the downtown infrastructure to support a renewed downtown core and waterfront, right? So you're going out on a date, you have a dinner down the street, you need to be able to walk find a very visual, obvious path to take you from the restaurant down to the ice cream shop or to the wine bar or to the coffee shop, right? It shouldn't be somebody having to guess, you know, what do we do now? Do we just wander around? No, we're going back to our car and we're going where we came from, right? Demand new, more, and diverse voices at the decision-making tables. We were here for just 4 days. We recognize that there's a small group of people that are making a lot of the decisions. We expect you to have those hard conversations, to expand the people who are at the tables, bring in new people and diverse people. The next one, the Hellenic property, as Natasha talked about, has some good opportunities, but we believe that the public dollars are better spent elsewhere to support a broader community. We think you need to embrace the benefits of regional cooperation. That means communicate, collaborate, consolidate. We believe you have a lot of good bones here. You just need to expand on that, add some more meat to it. But you also need to realize that you shouldn't be competing against yourself. Simplify. And the last one is recognize the cost of doing nothing. There is a cost of doing nothing. We're in an area where you have gone through many ups and downs. We know you know how to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We know you can do this, and we're here to help. Now, it seems like a lot. We're going to put it in some bite-sized pieces. But first, we know that tomorrow, LSU is going to beat Louisiana Tech, right? So what are you going to do on Monday? Hopefully you're not still celebrating. But anyways, on Monday, we already have some game plans for you as a community to start doing some work. But before I go into that, once again, we know you guys can do this. Through this process, we know that St. Mary Excel has established itself as effective leaders of the community. The ULI panel recognizes the exceptional convening skills of St. Mary Excel, and we strongly recommend that they provide continuing guidance for the follow-through of this project. In the next week, the sponsors will and should be discussing next steps based on today's presentation and PowerPoint. Once again, this is already up. We will be working with staff and editors on our report, which is much more detailed. We have a lot of solutions, examples from other areas. We have matrices that talk about short-term, mid-term, long-term solutions. We have in those same solutions some of the different sources of funds that can tackle each of those different areas of interest. And we also put in who should be some of the leaders to take those particular tasks on. We think that some project leaders should be identified. Forums should be conducted to involve key decision makers and interested citizens. Outreach should begin to involve new and diverse stakeholders. And we believe that some of the vacant retail and commercial landlords should offer up, down in Front Street, either side or on both sides, be it Berwick or Morgan City. Offer up some space for these meetings to convene in. It's time for you guys to get to work. We appreciate you having us here. We hope we have provided some value to you, and we'd like to thank you once again.